Text Damien real quick.
Text Damien. Let the people know. I'm gonna start up a rapid game.
I was gonna say, like, if you really care, you could go to Snapchat and tell people you're live.
I'm not ready to do that just yet.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have to hear the noises. Alright, I'm gonna go to the Roy Lopez.
Oh wait, okay, you're starting. Rapid game.
What the fuck what did he just do? Alright, how about that action?
Oh, you got a new follower. That's the thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks for the follow, y'all.
Yeah, because it tells you. I should be more in frame. It tells you right here.
You should
Like
be more in frame.
roughly.
I feel like there might be just bots that automatically just follow people. Because usually when I start, I'll get one follower and one viewer, and then...
E3, 5, 9, Bishop C5, D4.
I like knight D2 to cover the pawn on E4.
Wait, why not C3?
Then this pawn's not covered.
Yeah, knight C3 covers the pawn.
Oh, knight C... Okay, I see.
Also, you control the D5 square, which is much better.
Knight C3 is...
But yeah, generally, you don't want to put your knights on these two squares unless you absolutely have to.
Gotcha. I want a castle, but he's not like giving me a chance yet.
Okay, you just take.
Yeah, because if he takes, I'll take with the queen. Ooh, this guy's 8-15. Some high-level players here.
8-15? No.
Dude, we're at 2 viewers. This is
Dude, I wish I had fingernails, bro. I can't.
You want me to open it for you?
Alright, I got you. There you go.
There you go. Back it up. Right? No, yeah, back it up. That's what I'm gonna do.
As long as you don't hang a bishop, I think that's roughly a good idea. Okay, I see his point. You know why you played b4, right?
Why?
He wants to win your e4 pawn. So after the knight moves, the e4 pawn is no longer guarded.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but here's the thing. His king isn't castled, so opening up the e-file isn't necessarily better. Dean can't open it, Mickey?
Yeah, oh, dude, this guy's he's throwing shade at you. All right, so what if I did this action? Then he'd be forced to take...
because he developed his queen. Yo, Damien, I'm live. What's up? Yeah.
I'm gonna move this guy somewhere.
What up? Okay, buddy. Jesus Christ.
I gotta make a move.
Here's what I think.
What do you think?
You have to move the knight somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Where would that be?
Yeah.
Knight 4. Yeah, sure.
I'm doing it. Alright, you were right about the thing. How about I pin this motherfucker?
And then you pin him. And here's the thing. Say he guards. How does he defend the knight?
He defends the knight by maybe F5? Right. Or...
You have a move here. First of all, you have... Oh, no! I should...
that was a good move, though!
No, because...
He can't castle?
No.
What were you thinking?
Because now he has bishop F2. First of all, the bishop is hanging.
You're right, I should... Alright, we'll see if he sees that.
Knight can't take...
Alright, we're good, we're good.
See. Okay, fine, that's fine. Yeah, just take it.
And because this guy's pinned, that's why it's hanging.
Here's the thing. You have 7 minutes. You don't have to move.
Alright, you're right. This is a rapid game.
So, what do you notice about the rook and the king?
They're facing each other with just the knight between them.
So, if you take... the thing about pins is you want to make sure that you can attack the pin piece with the least valuable...
like a pawn.
Like a pawn. But you not necessarily F3, because you want to calculate this. If F3... you also have to notice your own king safety.
Mm-hmm.
And this is very... Okay, you have to pay attention to this, because there's themes where the rook could be sacked, but I'm seeing as a... Okay, if you play F3 here, I'm seeing queen G4.
I like knight E4 is what I like.
Yeah, you could go for a solid... Yeah, you just take it, and then...
And then if he takes, then I'm going to do a queen trade, is what I like.
Yeah. Wait. Actually.
Because then he can't castle.
You're okay. Yeah.
Or what if I did? Oh no, never mind. That's not right.
It's whatever you want, but you're winning a pawn. The daily.
I beat dude.
Wait, is that Damien in the chat? Oh yeah, it's not.
All right, this guy's he's trying to be a dick.
Fucking matches.
No,
you're fine. Just
check.
No. What's he threatening?
He's threatening this action.
Yeah. So how do you stop it?
I like check.
check.
But also, how about that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you're right. That's much smarter.
Why not?
Because then the rook can't attack because he's covered by 2 pawns, and this guy. Oh, that's great. All right. Ooh.
Yeah. You just move the rook, and by the way, the pawn is hanging. The pawn is hanging.
This pawn?
B4.
Oh!
Yeah.
Board vision.
Yeah.
This is why I keep you around.
Mm-hmm.
Get that good
board vision is the difference between a 1000 rated player and 800 rated player. Not necessarily tactics, not necessarily positional play. If you have good board vision, you're good to go to get 1000.
All right, so I'm thinking right now this is an unhappy rook.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything.
Always improve our pieces.
I want to bring him to one of these two, and I'm thinking this guy because then it brings me up to I could do the E7 check if I need to. All right, cool.
Yeah, exactly that.
Oh, playing that chess.
You're up 2 pawns here. What is your plan?
Oh yeah, good chess players have plans.
When you're up material, what do you want to do?
Checkmate. Or just go to Trade Town.
Checkmate is good.
I'll also go to Trade Town, right, and accept any trade.
You could go to exactly. So you can trade down whenever.
Trade down's the word for that.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this move next to kind of make him on the run because. All right, here we go.
So really, the only thing you have to be paying attention to, from your opponent's point of view, is king safety. Obviously, he has a light squared bishop. And if you look around your king, it's very important you realize this. Light squares are weak. Okay? If he goes to h6, you can't attack it with a pawn. So that means that your light squares are weak. So what his long-term plan is he wants to get your rook off the back rank. He wants to come down with this... he wants to come down with a rook, and he also wants to cover the square.
Gotcha. So I can't move up to this little hiding hole.
So as long as you keep a rook on the back rank, and you don't allow his bishop... Or some kind of mating attack, you're going to be perfectly fine.
So what about rook?
So I mean, everything is winning here. As long as you come up with a plan on how to trade down and not lose any more pawns yourself.
So once you're up 2 points, a good plan is not so much look at checkmate, but look at just continue to trade down until there's fewer pieces on the board, and then look at checkmate.
So like I said, this is.
So what about that action?
Also there's another way to trade down. I mean, I think I like both. Both are fine. This is actually kind of complicated. If he finds the right move, he does not find the right move. Rook f8 would have been much better. So the idea now.
So he's going for this hanging pawn, I think.
How about you retreat the bishop and protect the pawn?
All right.
Yeah.
So that's fine because the whole little situation there just gained me 1 point.
Yeah. So now you're up 3 pawns. You really need to find a way to trade down rooks. At least a pair of rooks off.
He made that easy.
Yeah, that was easy. He should not have done that.
Yeah, because he should be trying not to trade being 3 points down.
When you're down material, you don't want to trade.
All right.
Okay, now here, come up with a plan on making your back rank less weak.
How about that action?
That's perfect.
Okay, because I just did it before I had you confirm. But that makes it more chess legal.
Yeah.
Some on my account.
That is a great move.
Thank you.
In fact, yeah. Okay. I want you to try and convert this without my help.
Okay.
Because you are up 3 pawns.
I would like to just kind of start pushing these pawns. Whoops, I didn't. Well,
yeah. Okay. Well, that's.
But I want to start pushing up this side with these pawns.
Yeah.
Anytime he gives me a free tempo.
Identify what your pass pawns are. What are your pass pawns?
Wait, pass pawn would be this one? Wait, what?
A pawn that can be taken in the future by another pawn is not passed, but you can make a passed pawn.
I don't have one yet, right? But I could make one.
You do have a passed pawn. That is a hanging pawn. I'll take that.
That's
now, which pawns are passed?
Now this one's a pass pawn for
That's
sure.
a passed pawn. What else is passed?
So he's got these 2.
Yeah.
So it's not any of these 3.
Okay.
Is it one of these 2?
Yeah. The F pawn and the H pawn. In fact, all 3 of these pawns are passed.
Oh, just because they can't be taken by another pawn.
Yes.
Doesn't matter, they can be taken by the bishop.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, okay, obviously the plan revolves around pushing past pawns, but also making sure that you don't fall into any checkmates.
So I want to do this, but I can't because he's there.
So, yeah.
So I'm thinking about that.
Okay. I don't hate it.
Also, okay, we're 336.
Yeah. No,
Johnny on the...
3 minutes is plenty of time.
I guess that isn't a turn. This is your beer, sorry.
But yeah, right. Generally, when you have a passed pawn, you want to get your rook behind the passed pawn, and you want to push, baby, push. Right? Right? So how would that look? In fact, in terms of principle, I want you to do this. So I don't care if it's winning or not.
So
but
just
I want to
get a rook behind a pass pawn?
Yeah.
All right. Once he moves him, I'm going to get this guy forward and get the rook behind him somehow. That's what I'll work on.
In fact, he can take the h4 pawn.
Yeah, you're right. I just realized that. I wonder if he realizes that. I wonder if he has... Oh, he realized it. All right.
So here...
I'm just going to do that.
Check.
I like checks.
King d8. No, I mean...
Because he's protecting, so I'm going to go here.
Sure.
I don't know. We're getting weird.
Checks for the sake of checks isn't going to get anything done.
This is true. How about the sake of that?
Again, your plan with equal material but more pawns is pushing the pawns. That is where your asset lies in the position. Okay.
That wasn't good, was it?
No, it's. I mean, F4 might have been better because your.
I was just okay. So become. All right, I see.
Yeah. But again, what I want you to do here, in terms of thematic ideas, is get your rook behind that F pawn and push.
Okay.
Because what that does is it pacifies your opponent's pieces.
Because anytime he takes the pawn, the rook will take whatever takes it.
Yeah.
That made it a little easier for me. Wait, hold on. That's fine, because it'll trade if he takes.
He's going to go rook d2. So, okay, here's the thing. When he moves to rook d2 here to try and mop up the queenside pawns, okay, that's an idea. Technically, rook h1 is not better because the outside pass pawn is the most. Okay, no. Before you move, you have 3 minutes. Don't worry, it's plenty of time.
I'm just getting anxious. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
So here's the thing. Your rook doesn't actually want to be on f1 because that f pawn now serves a purpose.
It's protecting the king.
It's protecting the king on the third break. So here's what I want you to do. That outside pass pawn is super important. What I want you to do is I want you to push that pawn and eventually get your rook behind the pawn. That's because he's going to mop up the queenside pawns. Don't get me wrong.
Then we're ready and okay with that.
But your passed pawn is going to be super quick, and despite him,
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Just to say.
Yeah, you have 4 moves to end the game pretty much. But he's going to take on b3. You're gonna push. He's gonna take on b2. You're gonna play rook h1, and then he's gonna come back. Oh no! We don't even have to go through that. I'll tell you what to do. Okay, so here's the thing. You would no. Fuck.
No, that was you. I thought that's what you told me to do.
I know, but I decided against it. Here's the thing. He's gonna take on b2 now, and now it gets kind of sharp because here's the thing. Once he takes on b2, you notice that the c pawn's passed.
Okay.
So he has a similar idea. He wants to push the passed c pawn.
So
But also, you want to continue with your plan and try to be prophylactic against his. So if you push, let's just try calculator.
if I push, he's going to pull up like that. Well, this is a good time to push, actually, because if he pulls up to the 6th rank, I'll go, he'll go up to the 6th rank. Then I'll go to the 7th.
Okay, yeah. I like pushing.
This is a good time to push, I think.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying. And I do need to calculate things more. All right,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I expected. So now I'm going to do something like this action.
No. You want to push anyway.
Push anyway?
Push anyway. You pacify his rook. His rook does not want to be on h8.
H1?
Yes. You protect the passed pawn.
Now king down?
And then, yes, you go here.
Because now I'm thinking the king's got to get into the game.
And you want to collect the c pawn. He's going to move up his king. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And he can't move this,
Yeah.
or I promote.
c2. Okay. So now push your f pawn.
I see where we're going with this. Now there's nothing he can do.
He's going to use his king to collect the f pawn, but in the time he does that, you're going to collect the a pawn and start pushing that a pawn of yours. It's complicated because you didn't go rook f2, but I think it's still winning because you're up the pawn. You still want to go? Yep. So now he's got a problem. And don't move once he moves. I want to explain this. He's got a problem here. The problem is, because you've pushed h7, you've caused his rook to be passive. He doesn't actually want to be behind that pawn. But it's a vital purpose. If he moves the rook, you queen, and then you collect the rook. So the problem here is you have two passed pawns ready to promote to a queen. And like we've said before, if he moves the rook off of h8, then you promote, you take his rook, and then you're
I want to do this right now.
No.
No?
You push. f7 is game over. Game over. You queen.
Queen?
Wait.
Because if I queen, then he takes. Then if I queen, he takes.
An accurate.
How about this?
No. Stop.
I love that.
An accurate move here.
Or I love this.
Too. Okay. Let's tell you why. I want to tell you why it's bad to go f8 immediately. f8, rook takes, queen, rook f2 check. I don't like it, but an accurate move here is to play rook h2.
h2?
h2, and the purpose is you want to play rook f8, right?
Yeah.
Or sorry. You want to play f8 queen, but now he doesn't have the continuation where he comes down with the rook and checks your king, and you might have some back rank issues.
I don't understand why.
Well, we'll explain it after.
Okay.
You have a minute. So he's actually in Zugzwang here. He doesn't have any real moves. He's probably gonna play like king d4.
Yeah, let's analyze this game after and explain the h2 thing.
Yeah, king d4. Okay, so now queen, and then queen.
And then he'll take the rook.
Take the rook. And now you're up a rook. You should be able to convert this.
Yeah, I can do this. I won't do pre-moves, but
Collect the pawn.
yeah, I got it from here.
Yep. And now
It doesn't matter what he does. I think it's that.
And now you can only draw if you.
And then I'll do here.
Yeah.
And then it kind of makes a little line.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I love it. So I'll do this and then check it out.
Yep. And then you pre-move. There you go.
And there's nothing. I don't think there's anything he can do.
There you go. Yeah.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Doing this kind of using the oops, I undid my pre-moves, but using the rook to cut off a whole line like this when you're trying to promote when he just has a king was one of like the coolest little trick of ruse I learned.
Okay, you didn't
all right, cool.
Perfect. That technique there is exactly what I would have done as well.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Right,
So
let's look at this analysis. Do you want to take the mouse while you kind of show me stuff about this game?
Sure.
But first, look at the report. See if I had a brilliant move.
So bishop c5 is a move.
It's a book move.
So what was your reason behind d4?
So he kind of threw me off because I'm very much used to instead of the bishop
Knight c6?
Yes, or knight c6 or knight f6, one of the two.
So he goes here?
That's what I'm used to, and then I do the Roy Lopez. So he threw me off with bishop c5.
Okay.
So I just kind of, I was off book.
I don't play e4, but the way you would look at this is you would just, okay, you see the knight c3 is a common move, you play that.
So what's wrong with d4 then, specifically? Because if you do all the trading with d4, you end up on the top, even if you have to pull your queen out.
Okay, so bishop c5,
Yeah.
d4.
So if he takes the pawn, I take with the horse, and then he takes with the bishop, I take with the queen. That seems that was my reasoning behind it. It seems perfectly fine. Then there's that, okay, and then
c6.
is it just because you lose a tempo from bringing the queen back? Because now white is super ahead.
The only reason I would prefer white here is that it's a relatively open position with the bishop pair. The bishop pair is an asset in higher rated games because there's a lot of scope with the bishops compared to the knights, which is a short range piece. So I don't think it's necessarily this per se, d4. I wonder what the engine says. d4, sure lines. e4 is best. And then bishop c4. I feel like there's a transposition here.
Well, that was best move.
This is okay. This is kind of like a transposition to a Scotch Gambit, I think.
I don't know the Scotch Gambit.
Yeah, but you don't play that, and it's not necessarily a bad opening. But okay, let's continue. d4 is not bad. Okay, all of this is fine as long as you're not blundering a piece. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Okay, so what was I thinking here again? Engine wants e5 or bishop c5. Bishop c5 I thought was clever because if he takes back, he doubles.
Isn't that what happened? We traded the queens. I thought that's what
it's kind of exactly what happened. But okay, what's wrong with bishop b3?
Bishop b3. If he pulls pawn c4, it
Pawn's-
traps the bishop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you probably go. Wow,
Can I play
okay.
bishop b3 here?
In fact, it's kind of crazy, but the engine wants e5,
I like e5 because it attacks the horse.
and if takes, take.
Yeah.
And like this is never good. You don't want triple isolated pawns. That's really bad. Okay, this part doesn't actually matter. What happens is bishop e3 is a mistake. Okay, yeah. So castles is what black wants to do, and you want to capitalize on the e file while he's not castling.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a little bit complicated. And here, did you have a move? Yeah, the entire time, engine wants e5. Bishop c5 is also a move. Okay. Here's the problem. What you played is good. Rook e1 is best. And the point is, the knight is now pinned.
What did I play? I thought I played rook e1.
You did play rook e1.
Okay.
There was a follow-up that was wrong. But like I said, how has the position changed?
He just put the pawn forward so it weakens the e5 square.
Okay, also what?
Also,
Because a pawn captures diagonally. So what other squares weakened? Not just the e5 square,
also the c5.
c5 square. And what happened? Okay,
Oh, so that bishop's hanging. That's what you're. No,
it's hanging because the knight can't even capture.
Wait, are you saying rook capture, and then because he's in check, he'll capture with the pawn, and then the knight, and then it's 6 for 5?
Close. It's the fact that even if you take the bishop right now, he can't take back.
Oh, that's even better, though. I see.
Yeah. So this is just hanging, but also let's just say that you didn't have that. F3 wins the knight.
Because he's pinned. Sure.
He's pinned. He can't play here. He can't castle.
Okay, so if f3, he'll go bishop captures on the other bishop on d4.
Okay, let's say F3 takes.
So you'd have to take, but then it still wins the knight the next turn.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
So even if he castles, he just take. So that's the problem. Why I thought bishop takes g7 that you played in the game is really bad because. First of all, you open up the G file.
But you see why I did that, right? Like, that looks so good. And,
Yeah.
like, in tactics puzzles, like, doing that is...
Yeah. So...
Look at you, look at the way the thing just dropped.
And the reason being is because his bishop takes F2.
Okay.
So even though you can take the rook, you're in check, you have to move the king, and now and then he takes your rook.
Ah.
And it's still a move, by the way. Actually, no. Rook G8 is a tempo. Okay. Yeah, so that's why bishop takes G7 is very bad.
I see now. I've never seen the white bar drop as quickly as it just did.
And now engine wants F3. 100. Actually, no. What you played is best. Okay. And then
They thought that was a mistake.
I was thinking about this too because bishop E6, and then there was something I missed here. Queen F3.
Best.
I don't know why. Okay, it doesn't. I mean, it's kind of complicated anyway. What you did in the game is fine, I think, because you're still +2.
And I won the game.
Jeez, rook D1 check. Whoa. Oh yeah, rook D1 check, of course. But G3 is also best. And so yeah, you mop up the pawns. You find a way. This I wasn't stoked about because of here. But also, yeah. Okay, wait. What would you play after this? This. What's black's threat?
Attacking my bishop.
Yeah. So how do you defend the bishop?
I would go rook e7.
Rook e7 check. Okay. So now, yeah, rook g4 was an unbelievably bad move.
Yeah.
That just lets you win the game. H4 is a bad move. Okay, yeah, and the rest of the game, you mop up the pawns. Okay, here, without looking at the engine, the problem is your b2 pawn is hanging.
Yeah.
And you also want to push the h5 pawn. But the problem with pushing the h5 pawn immediately is it allows him to play rook b2 and get this pawn passed, and now he has an asset. Because if he just pushes the c4 pawn now, then you can always take.
Mm-hmm.
h5 rook b2 is a problem. Therefore, how do you be prophylactic to your opponent's idea, and also continue yours.
Rook F2?
Rook F2. And the point is, if he ever comes back, right, and you know, you push your pawn a few times, he
You
comes
just go
here,
Rook F2.
Rook H2.
Or H2. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
So I believe Rook F2 would be best. Rook F2 is near the top engine move. Rook C1 is also a move. Yeah, so Rook F2, in my opinion, ends the game, even though engine doesn't say it's best.
What did they say was best?
Rook C1, as pointed out. Rook
Oh,
C1.
I see. Because they want to take that pawn before it gets, okay.
it's
Which I get, too.
Yeah. But okay, so here you're still tactically winning.
A lot of mistakes, damn.
There's a lot of mistakes.
But, you know, we're level 800,
It's sharp, yeah. And then here you're winning.
What does sharp mean exactly?
So, if you weren't playing the critical moves, the best moves in the position, you could easily be lost.
Oh, so it's like there's only one good move, and if you play anything else...
One of, like, 3 good moves.
Okay. I see what sharp means.
Yeah. Because let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. What I played against Spencer Feingold a lot online is the following line. This was called what? What opening is this called?
Is that the King's Gambit? I don't know that one.
King's Gambit is E4, F4. This one, well, to give you a hint, what is this called?
That is the Sicilian. That is the Sicilian Dragon? Is it a variation of the Sicilian you're looking for?
Yeah. So it is a variation of the Sicilian called the Open Sicilian.
Okay.
It's when white plays D4, CD4.
I have a lot of learning to do about the Sicilian.
Yeah. So this is called the classical Sicilian. This is what I played. And then we play theory for a lot more moves. A lot more moves. A lot more moves.
Damn, look how many book moves there are.
Yeah. We play a lot of moves.
I didn't know there was ever this many book moves.
5, and then takes. King B1, Queen B6. Should be book move. Queen B6 is probably best though. Nah, it's not an accuracy. Come on, let's be real now.
You're telling the chess.com engine they're wrong?
Yeah, nah, because look, I mean, Queen B6 is top move. So, okay. We play this line, and then here, I think even F5 is a move, and then Bishop D3. Okay, here's the thing. This is a sharp position. It's very unorthodox. For example, have you ever seen a castled king with no pawns in front of it?
Doesn't happen a lot.
It does not happen a lot. In fact, the plan in this position for black is to push these pawns and mate the king. He wants to play King B1, Rook, or sorry, not King B1, Rook B, or King B8, Rook C8, Rook C7, Rook C8.
To double up the rooks. Okay.
Double up the rooks, play B4, A5, A4, A3. That is his plan. And if he gets that, he might be mating the king here. But the problem in the Sicilian is that it's sharp. It's, if you aren't attacking, then you could easily be lost. You could easily be lost. That's the point of what I'm going to show you, is that if you're not playing the critical moves, the best moves, or the best plan, then you could be lost. Alright, so back to your game. This is easily winning. I think that the technique... In fact, what I really like about this is this move.
Yeah,
Rook
and once that happened, it was over. I actually pre-moved, I think, the rest of the moves.
Yeah, Rook B5, King B4,
So he can
and just
do whatever he wants with his king. It doesn't matter. He can't cross over the B file.
Yeah. So...
Well, I guess he could if he went all the way down around the king. No, even then even then he can't.
Yeah. So this is easily winning.
I love it.
So, I think the only mistake you made, well, I mean, there's plenty of mistakes.
Right.
Plenty of mistakes, and you know, frankly, Bishop takes G7 is a big blunder. You just have to be slightly more. Okay, you just take your time with the move.
I will do that.
Take your time with the move.
How about we do another one?
Yeah.
Let me grab a libation. You
Yeah.
need one? Let's lock in another game.
freaking matches, dude.
Yeah, that guy's throwing some shade at you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, play game. All right. Oh, good luck.
7:45. You got this. What do you play? Caricon?
Either you Caricon or you Caricant.
What?
Sorry.
Okay, D5. I assume this means he's going to play the exchange variation.
I usually when he does the horse, yes. We'll see though. Anything can happen at 7:45.
The fact that he plays knight f3 end move. Okay, this allows an endgame.
I don't really know what to do here. I like e6. I also like knight f6.
Okay, well,
Actually, I don't like knight
You
f6.
can throw him for a loop here. What does d3 allow you to do?
Check the king through that diagonal.
No. So, yeah, technically you could check, but what is often the idea? Okay, so
Is it?
Let's say white played d4. Right? What do you do in that? Like you want to play d takes e4 and then bishop f5 and get that kind of mainline position.
Yeah, that's the usual for the carry. Yeah.
So why not just take on e4 now? The pawn takes back. You take the queen.
I like
king to the
that.
castle.
And then yes, all right, I like that. And now I'm gonna do.
And now your plan is going to revolve. Oh no,
Not
e5
that.
takes a pawn.
I can't do that yet. Abada.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, a little pin, a little Roy Lopez sort of.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay. I want to just trade these, but maybe I shouldn't.
How about you? Not. I don't know the theory too much right now, but I think that a common plan here is to play e6.
Okay, I was thinking that.
E6, and then. Oh wait, what's changed in the position?
It's weakened these two squares.
What's
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
That's what you really got to think. What's changed now that he's done that,
What's changed?
and like what's been weakened? God, you're so smart.
Yeah.
This is hanging.
Yeah, it's also hanging.
Figured that out myself.
Yeah.
Now this will be hanging if he doesn't do anything. Wow, we're already up 4 points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hanging.
If it's free, it's for me. Okay. When you are up material like this,
Trade down.
let's say, no, obviously trading down is good. But despite whatever he's doing, your main focus now is developing the rest of your army. You want to get your knights out. You want to get your bishop out. You want to connect your rooks, which
Why did he do that for?
is 700.
Oh yeah, good point. They'll do anything.
Yes, knight d7.
It develops the knight and guards the knight.
Yes.
Always do. You taught me that. Always do two things instead of one thing.
Yeah. Whenever it's possible.
Now I gotta pull this back because there's no way to cover him because the knight can't, another bishop can't. So let's pull you guy back. How about over? Yeah.
Perfect.
And I'm on a castle, I think, this way.
Castle makes sense.
The long castle's ugly here since the c pawn's already been moved forward once. Okay, he's got to be covered.
Okay, how do you protect the bishop and you get your king to safety at the same time?
Long castle.
Long castle.
Now it's less ugly since
Yeah, two things at the same time.
two things at the same time. All right.
And now you've
You
got
probably don't
all
get
of
that
your
reference.
pieces off the back row, and you've connected rooks. Now, and only now, is your plan to trade down whenever possible. How can you do that here?
I like rook e8, but I don't think that's what you're talking about.
How does that trade down?
It doesn't. What about something like bishop c? I don't see a way to force a trade down, to be honest with you. Wait. Yes, I do.
There you go.
There it is.
Yep. Also, bishop c5 would work, but bishop b4 is good.
Because it does the check action.
Yep.
And then,
Yep.
all right, well,
There it takes.
hot milk,
And how do you bring your other rook to the game?
just like that.
Yep.
Which I would have done without you standing there, I think.
Yeah. How do you trade down even more? How do you trade down even more? How do you want to win the bishop? Or not win, but trade down the bishop. Perfect.
This is really helping me
How
out.
do, sorry. That works too.
It's
Now,
still the same
You're
theory.
still completely winning, but I'll show you after the game what you had. That's a great move.
Was it?
Tell you why after.
Less great? I don't know.
That's
But it
great.
felt good. I gotta go back.
Okay. Again, in this kind of game, what is your mission?
Promote a pawn, right?
Promote a pawn. Get a passed pawn.
I'm 8 points up. I would resign if I was him.
Yeah.
He's thinking.
You're up pounds. You're up 2 pieces. Yeah, the only hope that White has in this position is stalemate. Alright, I think you're gonna do this. I gotta
Alright.
take music.
Perfect. I got this from here. Holy hell! Dun dun dun! A checkmate! Wow. 96.7 accuracy. Pretty good. I want Dean to see what I did there at the end. Because infosons are always fun. Alright. I'm going to wait for Dean to come back before I start the analysis. Let him take a look. But yeah, went pretty well. Maybe it's a good time to go to a commercial break. Word from our sponsors. Just kidding. I can pop this guy up. Be right back. Oopsie daisies, whatever. Alright, I'm just gonna start a new game. So I won the last game. There was an imposant. I said, holy hell. And I went ahead and started a new game.
Okay.
Because I was feeling froggy. Now this stuff's going pretty well.
That's a decent move.
I was trying to release the bishop.
Yes.
I want to do knight c3, but this dude's going to be a fucking.
Okay, wait. What's he threatening?
He's threatening to kill this hanging.
Is that a threat?
Kind of.
No, it's not a threat. Just develop.
Develop. So like ba da da da.
Nope.
No, because the horse. Okay, sorry.
How about you play like C3? Yeah, C3.
Yeah, C3's good. Okay. How many takes I can take? Or take and then okay. Excuse me.
So
Hey, check out what I got. I don't know if he's actually.
all right. What's Queen takes E5?
Oh, I see. Right, that's a tactic.
Now he has to play. He has to play 93.
I don't know if the Twitch people hear this, but I've got 3 buttons here that like cheer. Or side. Yeah, and
Now this is a very bizarre. No, stop. What's changing the position? Always ask yourself this.
all right. The horse that was here is moved to
Yes.
here.
Yes, and what has that what has that attacked?
It's attacking my queen.
Also,
It's
what's the queen?
threatening the
Oh, what's the queen attacking? His queen. What is it attacking?
his queen is attacking this rook. Oh, I see. Okay, bishop. Yeah.
So now you have to come up with a move here that makes the most sense. Seeing what his last move was played. So obviously, the way you would take. Let me calculate because you have 8 minutes. You don't have to move anything right now.
I like queen's b3. That's what I like just saying. Hey, while you're calculating, heartbeat noises.
This is really bizarre.
Should I just do queen b3?
No.
Okay.
This is a very bizarre position.
I also like the f pawn capturing on e3.
Okay. Here's I think what the most accurate move here is. Queen b3 is probably okay, but the most accurate move here is probably taking with the bishop.
The bishop
Yes.
over the pawn. Okay, so this guy can stay doing his protective job.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do that.
So
He might
the
do
problem
that.
is if he takes back.
And discover check.
Ooh, oh, this is a terrible move. Take on d4. Bishop takes d4. Now the queen is attacked twice.
He's
It's
also,
also
pinned.
Yeah, this was a terrible move.
So that's his best move, I think.
Knight e3 was a very interesting try by him. Kind of calling the bluff and saying that, okay, well, I have this idea. But I was liking the position that happened after bishop takes e3. Okay,
Oh.
this is a very quick game. Let me analyze this with you. I'm not going to show the lines because
Can I put this video on my YouTube when we're done?
I mean, if you have a YouTube.
I
know that.
didn't realize that Twitch deletes everything after 2 weeks. So like
Oh,
the video
yeah.
we did with Deepak, where we went to like level 54 in the puzzle rush, is gone. I didn't want it to be gone. I didn't realize
That's
that.
unfortunate.
But
Yeah.
this is valuable to me, so I want to add it to my YouTube so it doesn't disappear.
So here we have
Check my YouTube, fam.
e4, e5. Is this very common at your level, e4, e5?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
More than the Sicilian?
It's close, but yeah, I'd say more than the Sicilian.
Okay.
Sicilian would be the second most answer to e4.
So you have the Ruy Lopez.
That's... I didn't know that was a book move. That's a rare thing for them to do.
This is called the Baron's Defense, I believe.
I captured it with my horse.
Baron's Defense. A move here for white is actually to go back.
I never would have guessed that.
Yeah.
Is capturing with your horse bad? The horse on f3? Because that's what
That's
I did.
probably not.
That's
Okay.
book. All right.
It is a book move. Why is... Okay, ED4? Oh, okay, so... No, wait, it's still not... I'm trying to relate this. Bishop c4 here is a trap move. Aha. The trap is this. Queen g5. Hit the knight, hit the pawn. Yeah. So... This is a rare move, but it is a book move, right? And
This
what
is
you
the first
did,
time I think I've ever seen it.
in fact, what you did is actually the top move is knight takes
Oh, well, look at that.
yeah.
I'm the best.
And then castles is also best.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's
then-
the point of the Roy Lopez, right? Castle quickly.
Now here, okay, you also played e5, correct? Now, whenever you can
attack a horse with a pawn.
Yes, especially when like it's either knight c6 or knight f6.
Because then he's got to move his horse around, and I keep
Yeah.
developing while I chases. Yeah.
It wins a very important tempo. The knights like to be secured or on outposts.
See, I wrote the word outpost on my wall
Oh yeah.
to remind myself to use outposts.
Yeah, these outposts.
I actually
kinda
only
funny.
recently realized there's like objectively what's an outpost and what isn't.
Is there? Might have been the c4. I wonder what the most accurate move here is. Okay, obviously, here's the problem. Your bishop has no real good move. I mean, like, bishop d2 is the only move, because if you go here, you hang it, here you hang it, here you hang it, and here you hang it. And also, I mean, I guess knight d2 is probably the most accurate, because you want to go knight f3. Anyway, what you did is okay. You're still
Thank you.
winning. And our queen takes is definitely a mistake.
Because then I can pull the rook out for the pin.
Rookie one.
And this is where things started getting really weird for him.
93 is a very interesting try, in my opinion, because, again, if you just willy-dilly take with the f pawn, right, and he goes and takes your bishop, you're still winning here. I'm absolutely sure of it. But, I mean, it looks like he might be able to castle. I'm not sure. Anyway, what you did in the game is actually... Look at this. Engine thinks they're winning by 4.3, right? And you take the bishop, and now it thinks they're even more winning. and here's my logic.
Well, it's because if he takes with the pawn, the rook comes up and is still pinning the queen.
Exactly. Perfect.
Yeah.
You're perfect. So his only real option, in my opinion, is to take the bishop. In which case you have a discover check.
Which I like. It's my favorite kind of check.
If he blocks with the bishop, I saw this move. Rook g8.
That looks a lot like the one I played last game that you hated.
I thought it was this. Rook g8 here. This might not even be a good plan. I'm kind of curious what Engine thinks I'm extremely winning by. I think I get it now. I get it. It's queen e2. Yeah, queen e2 is just winning.
I don't know how he would get out of that.
Yeah. Or queen g4. Castle? Oh, I mean castle?
Why is queen e2 a mistake?
It's an inaccuracy.
And why is it?
But here's what you have to understand. Engine might tell you you're winning by, +6, +8. And if your evaluation goes from +8 to +6, and it calls it like an inaccuracy or a blunder, it's not really a blunder. Like, you're still winning at the end of the day.
It's either it's winning by this much or winning
Yeah.
by this much.
Yeah.
I see.
Exactly. In fact, it's almost preferable that you don't make the best move all the time. Otherwise, you're like your engine's going to, your opponent's going to think you're playing it like an engine.
Ah.
Yeah. And so, anyway, the point is, this is best, and that's pretty cool. And this is obviously a mistake. Queen's penned.
That was the best move he could do, but it was not good.
Yeah, this is just
Yeah, and
lost.
then I think he resigns about right here.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh, you're right. I wanted to go back and analyze the last game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see where I did my en passant.
So, yeah, a very common theme in e4 openings is that if your opponent is playing e5, especially e5, there is always a possibility that if your opponent does not castle early or castle at all, there are problems along that e-file. If you open up the e-file and the king is still not castled, it's almost always better for you. There might be tactics along the file. There might be something that attacks his king, and which is why you saw in that last game.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Also, note my accuracy in this game.
96.7.
That's like Magnus Carlsen accuracy. I think, I don't know.
Okay. So here we're gonna go to analysis. By the way, are you a diamond member?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So,
It's a lot of money, but for a whole year, and the amount I play on chess.com is worth it.
So I was expecting this as well. Typically, if you have the option to go into this kind of variation where, you can take away castling rights from your opponent. It's not a huge deal for your opponent. It's only a problem if you have your pieces developed and you can have an initiative. But because it's only like move 3, and most of your starting pieces, or sorry, your pieces are on the starting squares and not developed,
really anything yet.
it's very hard to develop an initiative. And that's what you want if you have no queens on the board. So this is why I was expecting that most of the time these games end in a draw at high level play. It's fine. On a psychological level, your opponent thinks that, oh my god, my king's not able to castle anymore. It means it's in danger. It means I'm going to get checked. Most of the time, it's not a huge deal. If your opponent isn't getting mated, he doesn't have to worry.
That's interesting to hear because I think oh my god, my king can't castle. I'm in danger. I think that's exactly how.
And we see it here. We see it here. After bishop g4, probably a simple. I mean, I would probably play bishop e2 here.
That's exactly what I would do. Bishop e2.
Bishop e2.
I forgot what he does.
But because on a psychological level, your opponent thinks I'm pinned. He's going to check me.
Yeah.
So
and also you think you don't want to double up the pawns. Oh, that's what he does.
Yeah,
king E1.
Yeah, but I mean, you also are able to develop or double up the pawns anyway.
But if he had played bishop e2, you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
And it would also would have. I think. Wait, the engine's saying that king e1 is better than bishop e2?
Because it's it's obviously developing pieces are better. The engine doesn't know chess at you.
Tell that to the engine.
Yeah, it doesn't know chess.
At the level of 709.
Like king e1. Sure, it gets out of a pin, but I'm pretty sure if I was white here, I would develop the knight. I would try to develop my pieces anyway.
Knight or bishop is what I'd do. Okay.
So I mean, bishop e2 unpins the knight and takes away any checks. So I mean, that to me looks fine. And often, okay, I'll just move on here. Yeah. So what you're doing here is perfect. Your opponent blundered on move 7, and you played this perfectly. This is also winning.
Wait till you get to the croissant.
And then you blundered another piece, and unfortunately, if you're down this many pieces, you're not going to win the game.
Yeah, it was 8 at this point. Yeah.
So
it's a matter of how do I win,
okay.
not win.
And here, okay, we're going to get to a point right here. Black to play. And there's a tactic.
Bishop c5.
Bishop c5.
I see it now. I didn't see it then.
Yeah. So bishop c5 wins the rook. I mean, you're winning anyway.
But when you get to like 8 points ahead, I almost stop looking for tactics, which is not great chess habits. But it's like I'm gonna win this fucking game. You know.
Exactly.
I can say fucking because this is Chad for the mature
and
audiences.
Here's what I would say. This move right here is a blunder. Okay, because this is a bad habit. You don't want to play the impulsive move. Sure, you can give a check in a position. Checks are not always the best move. They're only the best move if it gives you a forcing variation in which you win material or something.
Because I did check just to check. You know that, and that's
checking
exactly
just
what
to check.
I did.
I mean, it does win time. Say you're in time pressure, check to check.
Right.
But in any time other than that, checking just to check, I would say is a blunder. Because when you get to a sharp position and you check just to check, and then you have to move back, because like say he plays here, okay, well now you have to move back. Technically this is the best move, right? Then that's a blunder, because here you've wasted time. Okay.
That's good advice. Thank
so,
you.
And okay, I know I've always been talking about passed pawns, but you don't have any passed pawns here.
I'm correct.
You have majorities. Pawn majorities.
So it's easy to make a pass pawn.
It is, yes, you can make a pass pawn. In fact, it's easier for you to make a pass pawn on the queen side than it is on the king side. So the way you would make a pass pawn here is you want to move your bishop out of the way, and you want to push this pawn, push this pawn, push this pawn, push this pawn. And once he takes back, now you can see that this pawn here cannot be taken by any other pawns.
And
that is the plan in this, because like you're not going to mate with a knight and bishop with many pawns on the board. Okay?
Yeah, I see. I don't think I could ever mate with a knight and bishop, so I'm gonna have to make a queen here to win.
Right.
Which is what I end up doing, I believe.
Yeah. So what do you want to what do you want to do now? What would you? Want to do puzzles or another game?
I want to do another game.
Yeah, let's do another
If
game.
I may.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I like the games.
Just remember, you have 10 minutes on the clock. I don't care if you spend a minute on a move. As long as you can understand why you're playing the move. That's what I want to see.
I don't, I have not been doing a lot of puzzles since Deepak got me to such a high
Yeah.
puzzle level. Alright, so I Karokon here.
Yeah.
That's just what I
Play
do.
what you know.
Play what you know. Thanks to Gotham Chess, and thanks to the Queen's Gambit TV show on Netflix, and many. So probably, Action Jackson, okay.
It's very interesting.
I'm gonna play this action.
Yeah. Perfect. I don't know the opening theory here, but I think... Okay, now you transpose to a Panov. What are the downsides of E6?
This knight's pinned, but is that really a downside?
Is it pinned?
Yes, it's pinned against
It's
the
a
queen.
downside, but also what else? I'm looking for a specific. After E6.
That's probably what I would do in this situation. What is the downside to e6?
The downside is you block in your bishop.
Oh, yeah. So let's do this first. Is this okay, I get this a lot. Bishop, knight, pawn, bishop. Is this okay to have?
Yes.
I call it the tower. Is there another name for it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
Yeah, in
three
fact-
minor
in fact,
pieces in a row.
I'm
Looks
pretty
like a
sure-
little tower.
I'm pretty sure that Daniel Naroditsky, do you know him? He's a super GM. He's a very instructional grandmaster. I highly recommend his stream. He calls it the tower. Too.
Does he really? I swear I've never seen that.
He plays the Karokon.
You see it so much in the Karokon that like I wanted to come up with a name for it. I think I even mentioned in one of my previous streams when I was streaming by myself, I call this the tower. I don't know if it's good or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, tower's an obvious name for it.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that somebody else calls it the tower and that it's not terrible because you see it all the freaking time. It's my turn. Oh shit! What do you do? Okay. So
always trade on your own terms. What's wrong with taking the bishop right now?
I mean, it'll develop the queen to.
Don't help
cover.
your opponent develop.
I kind of like pulling him back,
Therefore,
which is sort of a London-y thing, but
It's a thematic idea in the London, especially in the,
and free the bishop, right?
yes. FG would be disaster.
Is pawn's capture in, right? Because
Uh,
I didn't want to open up the e-file for him.
Ooh,
This is interesting.
This is juicy.
How about this action?
Wait. No.
To attack here?
First of all,
covered?
it's not a threat.
Okay.
It's not a threat because the knight defends the.
I see the knight
H2
now.
pawn. So here's what I propose.
Okay.
Obviously, what is your asset in the position? What do you like about your position?
I like that I'm attacking right now. This rook is attacking
That
this.
is
The open
very-
H file is my
yes.
asset.
But not only that, but it's an open H file where the king is castled. That is super important. Also,
King castled on the same side as
Yes.
the open H file. Okay.
so here's the deal. I would say that you want to get your king to safety, because if you look at what your opponent wants to do, he wants to play rook e1, he wants to get the rooks developed.
Yeah. I like queen d6, so I can long castle.
Queen d6 is an inaccuracy.
Are you serious?
It's an inaccuracy.
Okay.
And the point, it's not a terrible move, but you're not threatening anything. Well, actually,
What about e6? Because that's the other move I really like.
I'm looking long term. Like, what piece has yet to develop? Pieces.
The bishop on f8.
Where does your bishop belong?
He belongs like right here.
Yeah, d6 is generally an idea. I mean, like
e6 is good then.
So I was thinking.
keeps the
I
pawn
was thinking e6, but I am considering your idea of queen d6. And the point is, yes, queen d6 is not a threat, but what does it propose to do? Queen d6 clears a path for your king, and your king wants to get out of the center anyway.
Right, and he wants to
long castle.
and connect the rook. Yeah.
And your attack is going to be generally faster.
It also continues to protect the pawn here on d5, which is right now hanging.
Right.
Well, I mean not hanging,
So-
but it's weakly protected because it's a pawn protected by a queen.
And okay, queen d6, rook e1, long castle, and g5 is the idea that I like a
We're gonna do this.
Yeah, queen d6. So yes, you are temporarily blockading your own development, and it's
Because of that.
oh shit. You might play an annoying move here,
We'll see.
but actually, it's not.
I like this position. Is this guy Pringles? What is this?
Yeah, the Pringles guy.
IJ Bittenbinder? Why does that sound familiar, Bittenbinder? Is that a thing from like a TV show?
Yeah, he plays this. Damn it. Okay.
Is that the annoying one you're thinking of?
Yeah. So here's the thing. You would technically want to continue your attack.
Watching out for this fork.
Yes, that's a very annoying fork. And I was thinking, okay, well, knight b5, I have queen f4, g3, queen h6. That allows a fork.
I think queen d7 is the move here. What do you think?
Yeah, play queen d7 and you know, just continue. This isn't an accuracy. I was right to assume e6 is better. Or
Yeah.
maybe a6 was even best. But we're gonna
Chess is hard.
Chess is hard. Chess is complex. It's hard. It's
That's why it's fun, though.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be fun if it was fucking easy.
I don't even know anymore. Okay, so
I want to do e6 now. Or castle long.
wait, okay. What's the point behind b3?
What is the point behind b3? Is it to follow up with
c4.
c4? Okay.
Yes. And try to attack your center fast.
So
Um.
that makes e6 even better because man,
Yeah.
no, it
No, I
doesn't.
like e6 a
You
lot.
do, all right, we'll
Do
do that.
e6. Because now if c4, bishop d6, cd, you can play ed, which is continuing to keep your center.
All right.
So no. Your bishop belongs on d6. So I'm just thinking here. Let's play a6 and chase the knight. Because you want to play bishop d6.
I see.
But if you play bishop d6 now, then knight takes d6.
I see what you're going. I 100% see.
So we're gonna.
So we're gonna go
And
here.
also you set a trap after knight f3. Knight c3. Sorry. You set a
You
trap.
don't have any great moves. I think the only thing you do is one of these two squares.
In fact,
Why does Bittenbinder sound so familiar?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Well, you're a lot younger than me, so it might be something that came out after.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google Bittenbinder super fast. Okay.
Ooh.
I will-
What? Whoa.
Well,
Whoa. Okay, so he's got some danger levels on you, which is if you take the knight, he takes your knight, equal or larger value.
I guess he's an author, but I don't know why it sounds familiar. Okay.
This is a very weird game.
They usually are at this level.
Mm.
I like the E-pawn captures
No,
on.
because like we saw in that last game,
Then
if
what?
you open up the E file, he's
Move
got
the-
rookie one
Then
check.
move the knight?
Oh, actually, I just realized if queen takes, there's knight c7. That's bad. You don't move the knight. You have to take back with the pawn. And then rookie one check is coming, and then bishop b7, and you have to hope there's no tactics.
We'll see. I'm not worried.
Oh, he goes back immediately.
Idiot.
Yeah, that's a good move.
That was a good move because I just did it before I consulted with you. YOLO.
Which
You only
is
YOLO once.
not what you wanted to.
Hold on.
Okay. So he plays g3, which I don't understand. Doesn't that weaken h3 square?
It sure does.
So what if you play queen h3 here?
We'll find out. Yeah, I'm not sure there's anything you can do now.
Okay, now you have an idea. I'm not sure how good the idea is here.
But it is an idea.
What's protecting the h2 square?
The knight on f3.
How do you get rid of the knight?
But I could do that action.
That's how you create a plan.
That's it. Okay. I don't know if there was something better.
You always create a plan.
It's slow, but it'll get there in 2 moves.
Yeah, 2 moves is 2 moves.
And there's not really any way he can.
But that's what you want to create a plan. You create a plan around your opponent's weaknesses. You realize what your own pieces are attacking, and technically, if you want to get this into more primitive terms, that pawn on h2 is a backwards pawn. It can't be protected by other pawns.
Mm-hmm.
So backwards pawns, isolated pawns, doubled pawns, all of these are weaknesses. And h4, yeah, g5 is the correct move. might be played a little too quickly. In G4, yeah. So this is winning a knight, I believe.
I think it's winning the game here in a second.
Yeah, that's game over.
Because he's going to have to move this out, or else I check, and then this pawn will be protecting the G2 square.
Ooh, he plays...
That's interesting. I didn't see
wait,
that coming.
Wait. Okay, calculation time. Calculation time. Hold on.
I think that's it.
Yeah. No. Please.
Uh-huh.
I want you to play rook takes h4.
Rook takes h4?
Rook takes h4.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
It's the only YOLO once.
What's your threat?
I mean, that's a threat, but he's going to take with a pawn.
Yes.
And then I have no idea what I'm going to do. I guess does it clearing the G file? Is that what's happening?
Bishop d6. Yep. What's the threat?
Now it's queen.
You see what your initiative is here? Every move is a threat or a capture.
So the whole point of sacking my rook was just to get this pawn, the pawn that was on G3, over to H4, clearing up this diagonal for the bishop to come in. Okay, I see it now.
Now, if he plays rook e1, which is a move, so that if queen takes h2, you can run away with the king. But I think that still loses. But there's also a very thematic idea. If he plays rook e1, if f4, you have en passant, holy hell.
Holy hell.
And that's it.
Yeah, he's okay.
f4, en passant.
Holy, hold on, I gotta say it to him.
Learn about this move.
It says that all the. Does it say that to you and your level?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Sometimes.
That makes me feel better.
I probably should turn that off.
Or say something about like stalemates.
Because I'm pretty familiar with that move.
Yeah, I am too, but it still makes me laugh when it says, learn about this. And I always say, holy hell. Usually, if they're the one doing it and I say, holy hell, sometimes they'll be like, oh, it's called en passant. It's like, they'll try to be helpful. They don't realize I'm an anarchy chess, memer. That was a sick move. Thanks, Bittenbinder.
Wait, okay. So here...
It's this.
Wait, no.
It's gotta be.
No, stop.
110%.
I have to calculate still. And there's a choice.
I guess I'm just better than you because I don't have to calculate anymore.
There's a choice. There's a choice. Trust. Hold on.
You're gonna think about this, and you're gonna end up with queen takes on h2, and then I'm gonna look like a cool mule. I don't even understand why you're calculating. But I guess that's why you're 2,000 and I'm 850. I'm just gonna do it.
Hold on.
I'm doing it.
No,
I think it's checkmate too.
it's not checkmate.
Oh,
yet.
we'll go here.
It's not checkmate yet.
$153. I'm going for it. You only YOLO once.
Okay. Yes, to play king f1, and then you have to find... That's a move. Yeah, play rook g8.
I'm getting better, by the way, at quickly finding the squares.
And then you have to figure out what to do after 92.
Do you think he's gonna go 92? I like that action right there. Pinning.
That 92 defends the g1 square. That's why it wasn't.
We'll see if he does it. We'll see if he does it.
Yeah, but there's a move.
We'll see if JJ Bittenbinder
which
knows
I
it.
figured out. 92 allows a move. That doesn't. Wait, hold on. Yeah, check. Check.
What's he gonna do here? Back?
because the queen defends.
That was probably dumb. Well, you know. You all know.
Now you might be losing.
That's
You are-
okay.
You are losing.
Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win.
Yeah. Damn.
It's okay. It's my fault, I know. Oh my god, that was a tactic. He just tactic. He handed me a tactic on a silver
Jesus
platter.
Christ.
Happy Christmas, Bittenbinder.
Merry Christmas. And then take, and then you have bishop g3. Bishop g3.
Bishop G3. Oh, and a take, right?
Yeah, and then knight takes d5. Okay, but you're gonna have to live with that position.
All right.
Get your king involved in the endgame.
Funny, the king goes from like a weak little loser to a. That's probably not great. Actually,
It's good. Okay. Yeah. There. Bishop. Yes. There you go. Jesus. Board vision.
hot milk.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's cool. It's cool. I got it.
Here? Yeah, sure.
I gotta go quick because I got a minute 7, but I'm not worried.
Yeah, push the pawn between.
Yeah. He can have that bishop. He can fucking have it.
Yeah. Who
That's
cares
fine.
about the bishop? Okay.
Bishops are silly anyway.
100% you're losing here, but that's.
You think I'm losing here?
No, not now, not now. But like after, rook takes the queen, or queen takes rook. That was bad.
I just have to go quick.
I'm pretty sure I was winning though. I just forgot. I don't know the best variation. Now don't use the rest of your pawn. Okay, yeah. Well, you know what? Whatever. Just use the rest of your pawn. There's just a risk of stalemate. That's it.
There won't be a stalemate. Just wait.
That is a terrible move. Okay. Jesus. Alright.
Dun,
You
dun,
want to
dun.
make sure when you have two queens, you always have a move with check, because otherwise it's very bad. Two blunders. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm pretty sure rook takes h4 was good. Maybe not super winning, but let's go to that moment where you're +8, or yeah, -8 in this position.
Yowzers.
Yeah,
That's
and
good.
rook takes h4 is correct.
He's blundered schwundered.
With bishop d6. Did I?
There's not even any white in that bar. It's all black.
Yeah, gf3 because it's mate. Now here I was I was really considering takes, or sorry, rook g8. Rook g8, king f2. Check here or here.
I see how that could have been good.
And I wasn't sure because I just didn't know. But let's say rook g8, king f2. What was the move here? Rook g2. What about this? What about that?
I gotta hit the people
Queen
real quick.
e6 check. Yeah. So I had the right idea, I just didn't have the mating net. Right, anyway. Rook g8. Yeah. Check here. Check. And it takes. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it do be like that. Yeah. Then rook takes. Ah, I see. Very interesting variation. Okay. So let's just agree here. The engine believes that rook takes h4 is -14, by far the best move of the position. And what you had to see is, yes, queen h2 leads to mate as well, but the point is this is the fastest mate. And he has to go here, and now there's check. Okay. But this was still winning. -6 in the position. But here, it was actually better to take the queen. So, let's walk through that variation.
It's not just because you're we're not ahead. We're actually behind.
We're actually behind, but there's a... So, if we take his queen, he has to take our queen.
Of course. And then we can take his rook, but he takes our rook.
Yeah, and then what?
I'm having a hard time envisioning that far in to the future. Is it knight d4? Check.
No.
What is? I can't see that far.
What's hanging? Let's talk through that again.
All right. I take his queen. He takes my queen.
I take his rook.
And then he takes my rook with the horse.
What's hanging?
His other. Oh, the bishop! I see it now. Ah.
So that's exactly how the.
So I mean that's simple stuff. I just have to look that far ahead to see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now you're up a piece.
Love it.
So it was still winning for us, but after this move, we are very much losing.
We just got lucky because we're
We got lucky
800
'cause
level
of
and everyone's as bad as I am.
Yeah, exactly that.
Got
I mean,
it.
you don't have to worry about playing an engine unless you're playing an engine. So, excuse me.
That's good to know. Can we do another one?
Another one.
I was hoping to get to like 900.
Okay, let's do another one.
Let's see how to go up.
I was pretty happy with Rook H4, but I mean, granted it was complicated. I just knew that. Like,
Let's do a London. I haven't Londoned here in a while.
Okay, yeah, I like it, mixing it up. Because the Rui Lopez is pretty theoretical, but position.
It's good stuff. You know, I like Roy.
And sometimes a lot of people have it confused that there's a main difference between E4 and D4 openings. D4 is associated with positional play.
It's less aggressive too, isn't it?
No, it's. I guess you could say it's
because a
less
quicker
aggressive.
castle would be
Yeah.
well. All right, so I'm actually gonna pull. I'm gonna do this guy.
Sure.
So that'd be really dumb, because bishops are more expensive than pawns. But man, I'm
It
looking at
doesn't matter
this.
too much. I mean, maybe there's a slight move in this position that.
Sometime I want to get you to show me again what we used to do all the time at the park, where we would pull the queen over, I'd pull the queen over, and then something would happen where you'd end up taking my rook. I don't remember, because I haven't played the London in a while, but
Oh.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay, we used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
But I kind of switched. I switched to basically I went from D4 to E4 because I like E4 better.
I could see him playing a move here that is annoying but easy to deal with.
What is?
Oh wait, F6. Wait, hold on. Yeah, go ahead and play your standard London moves.
All right, that'll be this guy here.
F6 doesn't.
Because if he takes, I pull up the queen.
Yeah, and also
And
F6
then now
is
I
a
can
terrible
cancel.
move.
Do you usually cancel when you do the London? You don't. I know you don't play the London,
of course,
but
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I usually
I-
do in case he does this kind of bullshit with the with.
I technically play a variation of the London as my main opening, which is the Jobava London. Slightly different. Instead of a pawn on c3, there's a knight on c3, which is spicy.
Spicy.
Yeah. Okay, I see what he's trying to do here. Let's the long castle. So let's play the classic London moves.
Would be which would
C3,
castle, right?
C3.
C3? Yeah, I guess that would be to make the little the London triangle here.
Whoa.
All right, pull him back. Pull him back.
Okie dokie.
That's my London move. And this is where I would not castle. So if something happens where he like
Okay. I don't understand his point. Play knight h4?
that's the only safe move, right? Besides going back and undeveloping it. I don't understand his point either.
I mean, you could also play knight
He's
G.
gonna do this, I bet.
Yeah, knight g1 is good. I mean, I understand that because he went to long castle and started advancing the pawns. It's not.
Hey, if he long castles though, he's
well,
open.
now it's a pro. I mean, like, he loses the bishop, so he has to decide what to do with the
He's
bishop.
got. Yeah, this is why I think he's gonna trade. This is why I think he's gonna trade.
Well, I mean,
We'll see.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna. Whoa, okay, that's a bad move. What do you want to take with though?
Of the horse, because then he does.
Yeah,
actually-
perfect. Take
Horse.
horse.
You think? Yeah.
Take,
That's what I was
take with the pony.
thinking.
Yeah, that.
No, I don't do that.
That would hang a piece.
I think I just castle.
H4? Or
'Cause I don't want to pull the horse out to D2 yet, because I want the queen to still defend that bishop. So I think I'm just gonna castle.
Okay. There's H5. But no, actually, you're fine. And it's because you've always have
That's good.
you always have the retreat, technically a retreat square on F4. I'm just envisioning H5, H4. If that happens, then you can play bishop F5 or bishop F4.
We'll see what Bach 670 has got up his sleeve.
Okay, so he's got a worse pawn structure Because again, what are the weaknesses? We've talked
Isolated pawns and
Doubled pawns.
and doubled pawns like this.
about double pawns. And
He doesn't really
and
have a
backwards
pawn
pawns.
structure at all
Yeah.
to speak of, and I've got a nice, pretty pawn chain.
Yeah. So these two pawns are very weak, and you can start. But also,
I like
opposite side castling. I kind of like the idea of pawn storming on the queen side. So how
So
would you play that?
pull up like
B4.
Before, yeah.
Which is why c3 is so good, because you're supporting b4 with that pawn. I saw that.
Well, how about A3 here to support?
Actually, no. You trade off the bishop. With yeah, bishop
Okay.
takes d6, because what happens is if you allow him to take on g3, then he can start creating a hook on the g3 square.
Now this is hanging.
That is also hanging.
If it is for free,
If it's free,
then it
it's
is for me.
For me, exactly. So king b1, and then I would play h4 here. No. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You said it, bro, not me.
I know.
It's alright, he didn't do anything. Alright, now
so-
this guy's under attack. Oh, I can just pull him back.
Yeah.
Because the queen's covering the g4 square.
But now rook g8.
He should have en passanted. He should have
He
wholly
should have
held.
decided that was.
See, this is why
But-
you always accept en passant without
Yeah.
calculating.
But also,
I think Bobby Fischer said that
I'm sure he did.
before he went insane.
But if you en passant, I think you could play g3 and still have an acceptable position. h4 was it, but I meant e4. But
Alright.
here your bishop's under attack. Let's play bishop f3. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guarding for. Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
You know, getting your bishop out of danger, not committing your g pawn, because you really don't want to move the pawns in front of your king unless you absolutely
Yeah.
have to.
I mean, sometimes like an h3 is a good move to give him the hidey hole,
Yeah.
but generally, yeah, I agree, and that's something I focus on a lot.
So, okay, next, we're gonna play a4, a5, b5. Is the idea?
Okay, f4, f5, f5. Why not just a4 or b5?
Because of knight a5, and you blockade the pawn.
Ah, you're so smart, Dean.
Yeah.
All right, he's attacking. I'm fine.
He's attacking the pawn. You don't.
Do I care that this is hanging? Do I care?
You're gonna have to accept that he's gonna win that pawn.
That's fine. A4.
Because if you wanted to do anything about that move, okay, yeah, don't already play a5.
Oops.
Yeah.
I forgot the whole plan we just had.
Yeah.
I always, dude, anytime I can move a pawn forward one to attack a minor piece, I like that.
Yeah.
And he'll move it. He won't do anything over here. He'll move it.
I
He'll
would not
probably
be-
go to a5.
He's gonna take on f3.
Oh, and that's why, because if I had moved the pawn here first, then the rook would have had it. Now I'm seeing it.
Yeah. Knight f3, queen f3, knight e5, knight d2. That's gonna be your plan. It's not a terrible idea to push the b5 pawn, but a5 I think is.
I see why that would have been better now.
Okay, now knight d2. Knight d2, yeah.
Which is a very London-y move, knight d2.
Yeah, it is. And you did play and that is exactly why I played knight d2. So your bishop is opened up, but also there's no blockade on the a5 pawn or the e4 pawn anymore. So you push a5, you push b6, you get.
And this
your
is just
rooks.
like a normal queen pawn storm. Because this is what you'd focus on with an opposite side castle, right? Is the
So now I wanna propose the question to you.
Okay, propose the question.
So a6 is bad.
Bad?
Yes. Because you don't want your opponent to blockade your attack.
All right, what about bishop
No.
b bad?
That hangs a bishop.
Yeah, but it also blocks away his biggest defender.
No. So my question to you
All right, I need a
is:
question.
would b6 be better than queen e2?
I would say yes.
So the reason you would play queen e2
Because
is
it defends. Well, I don't.
well, no,
I don't know.
it continues to defend the bishop. If you moved your queen to any other square,
The bishop's okay.
the bishop is hanging with check, and you lose. So queen e2 would be the purpose of connecting your rooks, and on the second turn, you would play rook f to b1. You get your rook behind the pawn, and now that attack looks very menacing. But also, you could start your attack with b6. Does it look like it hangs a pawn? Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. But also, you open up the file. So, in terms of thematic ideas, it could be wrong, but I want you to do this anyway. I want you to play queen e2. queen e2 with the plan of playing rook f to b1 and then pushing b6. You always want to have a plan. And here it's attacking the king safety of your opponent.
Moving this rook makes me a little nervous for the king safety, my king safety, but
yeah, it is nerve-wracking, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's some idea here for black that is drawing, or maybe.
But with this bishop here on f3, that helps a lot, because the biggest thing I'm concerned about right now is him bringing the rook down.
So as long as he has no attack on your king, your attack is very menacing, and here's the thing: what you have that he doesn't have is a pawn break on the king side.
I also have a dean standing behind me.
Yeah,
that he
and
does
also
not have.
and also a
I have a class A player right behind me.
Yeah. So, I would definitely prefer white here. First of all, you are up material by a pawn.
Yeah.
And also.
But honestly, 1 point at my level is almost nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so he did.
Here. Okay, wait. Hold on.
Now I'm super scared about defense. I like G3 as my first instinct. I'm not going to move anything yet. I'm going to calculate.
Okay, wait. Let me calculate that. Okay, if it was your opponent's turn here, he wants to play knight takes g2.
Right, because he's not going to do that, and while this is here.
Yeah, knight g2, bishop g2, queen g2 is mate. So that is why I like the idea of g3.
I like it too. Let's do it.
G3.
That was my first instinct, which usually is wrong, my first instinct, but every now and then.
Yeah, every now and then. Now, obviously the knight is not hanging, it's still pinned, but I would not be surprised if he takes on f3, which is, I think, beneficial to you.
That's probably what he would do.
Your plan.
Yeah.
You want to play that rook fb1 move, you want to play b6, you want to open up.
So if he takes the knight on f3, I take the queen, and I continue to plan with rook b1.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Again, because he has no pawn breaks, he has no way of changing the pawn structure. I mean, like, technically he has f4, but ef4 he just hangs a pawn. And if he attacks your queen, you play queen d1, and you play around it. So his idea here would probably be taking the bishop, and then playing h5.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I guess you would need that pawn to get into the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm not scared of that, actually, because there's king g2. And then again, you want to play rook b1, you want to play b6 and open up the king side. If you get that king side to be opened up, you're going to be winning.
I do think that... Oh, well, never mind.
Okay, so now his point is to play f4. Because before... Yeah, pawn f4. Before, you could take with the e-pawn.
And now, okay, I see.
Yeah.
That is his point. Well, do I just continue my plan and go rook b1?
I didn't calculate. So this is starting to get sharp.
Also, that pawn's hanging?
That pawn is hanging, but also your
I can't move.
your
Okay.
bishop is hanging.
I see.
It does look like a slight problem.
Should I put the heartbeat noises on?
That's a very good move by him. Oh wait. You have.
I like...
Wait, hold on. Sorry. It is very sharp. I will tell you that much.
We got some time. We're ahead in time.
Very, very sharp. Man, are we losing here? Wow. I kind of. Oh, of course.
What do you see, Dean?
Of course. Okay. You have a light squared bishop?
I do.
What do you notice in the light squares? With his last move.
With his last move. Now, ha! Right? God, you're so good. And I should, it's like, that's within my realm of finding that tactic.
Otherwise, I would have played bishop g2 and hoped that f4 was not getting
That's a
made.
good tactic. Good tactic, Dean.
Yeah.
I should have seen that. It really comes, dude, what changed is the most important question to ask yourself in chess.
Yeah.
What was protected that is no longer protected?
Yeah, and you have to realize your assets. Like, if you had a dark square bishop, I would have thrown out any kind of, oh, well, maybe there's a skewer or something like that. Yeah, so you just take. Yeah. And now you have to be careful still. You are up the
Still
exchange.
sharp, but
Still sharp. Because now f4 is still an idea. But
that's my instincts say for.
Okay, we are going to play. Oh wait, sorry. What do we want to play here? Sorry, it's still tough.
It's alright, we got more time than him. We'll figure it out. What changed?
I might just play this simple queen takes c4 here. Queen c4 because now the bishop is gone, and even if he checks your king, you have king g2.
And if he ever moves this is a back range check waiting to happen. Well, I mean, actually, never mind. But like, I'm just noticing that he hasn't moved either of these three.
Oh wait, knight f3, king g2, and knight d2 might win. That's not terrible. Knight d2, queen c7, queen f7. Okay, he's going to try to perpetuate you. He's going to play knight f3, and if king g2, knight h4. Back. Knight h4. Which is still check. And if that happens... wait, actually, no, he plays this. So I'll take the pawn. Yeah, take the pawn with the e pawn. Yeah, only legal pawn capture.
Right, because he's pinned still.
And now that's a oh, okay, yeah, now this is definitely winning. But now I need to be careful. Or queen h3.
Rook e1?
Rook e1 allows knight f3.
I see. Okay. What about... Hey, what about queen f7?
I was thinking that too. F7, knight f3, king g2. Here's what I want you to do.
Okay, I should probably try to protect the square if I can. Also, watch out for that.
Yeah, here. Check.
We're gonna have to do something soon.
It's kind of tough, I'm not gonna lie.
Should I just...
I kind of want you to play... wait, actually, no, wait, hold on. Shit.
I prefer this is my favorite move, queen f7. Because if he doesn't do anything, it's threatening mate. He's got to respond to that. He cannot make any more moves to attack because he can't checkmate from here.
I was also considering
now he's got to take his attention off of this area and move it up here and respond to this threat because this is mate in one.
I'd really love a queen trade right now, but
sure I would too. We're up 5 points. Of course I'd love a queen trade.
Here. Queen trade. Oh fuck! He's got a perpetual.
Perpetual check.
Yeah. Tough.
You probably won't find it because we're at 861.
Damn. Yeah, h4 on our part was really bad. I wanted to play a4 and I played I told you to play h4.
That's okay.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah, now it's...
I'm still... What, have we won 4 games in a row? 5 games in a row now?
Yeah. I mean, this is his best plan. He can't meet you, so he has to play knight f3, king g2, knight h4.
He's less than a minute.
Here's the problem. Knight f3 is check, right? And if you play king g2, knight h4 is what is it going to play? If you play king h1, you get mated.
So don't do that.
So you... Well, okay, you just
Weird.
take the rook.
All right. I don't
Woo,
know.
take the rook.
It's check. That was bad for him.
Yeah, and now
He's got to do that.
And then you play b6.
Yeah.
cb6.
How is that not mate? Oh, because he captures.
cb6, ab6, and then yeah, you're going to start winning. Oh no! ab6.
Oh,
yeah. Whew, God. Sorry, dude.
That's all right.
You would have blundered your perpetual there. Okay, now hold on. You go queen d8.
Queen d8.
And now you won the knight.
And there's that queen trade we were talking about.
Yeah. Jesus.
That was intense.
This game, bro. This game.
Dude, just as hard. It do be like that sometimes.
Jesus.
Alright, I don't know what he's doing. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, that's perfect. Doesn't matter that he wins your c pawn. Because you've got 2 rooks.
I like
That one.
that guy because this is what I'm working towards.
So
It's so hard for him to checkmate me with just a queen and
you
nothing
can't-
else.
You can never checkmate you. You can't checkmate
Is it
with
impossible?
a queen
It's just
unless you deliberately place your pieces in such a way that you can't. Yeah. So you. Sometimes.
Let's look at least the analysis
Let
points.
me, flip
Grab a
here.
Versky Broski.
Bishop b5 or c4. Hmm.
Hey, Gracie, baby. What was my accuracy and stuff? Will you look over at the report real quick?
Ooh, e takes f5 is winning. E takes f5, queen takes. Ah, then bishop takes. Ah, okay. Yeah, this one's a pawn. Didn't see that. But this is starting pawn. Yeah, this is winning for you. H5. Now b4. Takes. Takes. Yeah. Okay. So that it's my fault that I played told you to play h4. a4 is good. Apparently b5 is also okay along this move.
Didn't I recommend b5 when we were in this position? So I like attacking the horse.
Yeah. Oh wait, queen, bishop h3. Okay. Yeah, and now we're losing. Knight takes. b5 is made in 18. Rook takes g2. Yeah. Okay. Okie dokie.
Interesting.
And then he has to play here. Yeah. So this is tough to see from a distance, but I could tell that, you know, G file open. He's got the knight near our king. Queen's ready to come in. There's definitely tactics. Luckily, you know, maybe it's a draw right now. Okay, forced. Yeah, rook takes G2 is always in the air. And now it's not.
God, this game was very back and forth.
It's very back and forth. And it's mainly because we played h4. And now here, I was curious whether... Yeah, no, this is good. Whoa. Rook takes e3. Oh.
What, F captures on e3?
Ooh. I have to go for this.
Yeah, I guess.
Queen takes e3, there's this. Whatever. Okay, he doesn't see that. That's good. And this is a blunder as well, because it allows a perpetual. And then he blundered that back.
No one's gonna see a perpetual at this level.
Yeah.
I don't think. I'm never gonna see it.
Yeah, so here, all zeros, and it's because he has to play knight f3 check and go for perpetual. Blunders the rook. And blunders... Okay, come on. I don't care about me. I like taking pieces.
Is that where it says it's a mistake because we could have gone for mate instead of taking a piece?
So we... okay. Again, this is only a problem because we played this stupid h4 move. I mean, like, woof, that was really bad.
Well,
and then like there's so many tactics. Like if we played rook g2, we would have been lost.
yeah, but you know, I hung some pieces. I still won the game though.
Yeah.
Was that rap thing from ELO?
Yeah. So you want to? We've been streaming for an hour 40. Jesus.
Want to make it even 2 hours?
I mean, you can do that if you want.
Are you done? You can be done.
I don't want to be. I mean, it's whatever you want to do.
I was kind of enjoying playing these games.
Okay. Play the games. You got it. London still?
Yeah, I'm gonna Lendaruski. What time is it?
Same thing.
It's
this
getting
time.
pretty late, isn't it? Yeah, it's 1:24. Okay.
Yep. What? No. Develop your pieces before you move the same piece twice. I would have played c3 so I could.
I hate when they do e5.
That hangs a pawn.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It just fucks my. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. You're defending it 3 times. He's attacking it once, so he needs at least.
This guy's quite low. Look, it's a win 6, lose 10 situation. I think that was the right move. That was very London. I learned that from some London video.
Again, it's the London thematic move. Though I would be urgent to play c3. That's not a huge deal. It's just knight.
That's what I'm looking at next is c3,
Yeah.
followed by knight d2.
Because he has a knight on c6, he can play knight b4 and threaten to win the. That's not a great move, but let's play c3. Yeah. Knight g4 doesn't do anything.
What's he trying? Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Unless he's gonna trade, and then maybe it. Well, still then not really. Let's see what this guy's up to.
Well, maybe he'll get a knight on d5 on e5. Yeah, he plays this. Okay, so like d takes e5, and then knight takes, and then yeah, sure.
If I have to. I like.
No,
I don't know. I like that.
Yeah, sure.
It's a regular one. Didn't even move. Once I lost the point to my pyramid.
You just play normally. Castles or no.
This guy's playing pretty well for a 7-7-3.
No, it's not terrible.
What you gonna do next, D-Mish?
So he has a choice here whether he wants to push to d4 or take your pawn.
If he takes my pawn, I take the bishop.
Wait, that is not a blunder. But let's play a simple no. Wait, bishop takes.
Huh?
Let's play rook e1. Yeah. c4, bishop c2. If takes, we're doing okay. Yeah, bishop c2. Bishop's attack. Bishop to c2. Yep. You can play d4 here. I'm not scared of that.
I don't know.
Let's play knight f3. We're just gonna, try to harmonize your pieces.
That's a good outpost. We're not outpost. Maybe it is. I don't know. But
Yeah.
that's a good move. That's a good spot for the knight because it protects the king. Is what I'm trying to say. I guess.
So if he wants to, get a queen trade, he can do that. But we're just gonna try and play a game.
That would be. That's a very good move for him.
I mean, you can take in 2 different ways. I'm not super scared of that move. Yeah. So I mean, we're just gonna play a game of chess. There's no advantage here, especially since he has the 2 bishops. Knight g4 was pretty clutch by him, I think. I'll have to analyze it after.
I don't really know what to do here, my guy.
Let's play. Let's play e5. E5. Yeah.
What was the point of e5?
Point of e5 is so that queen f6 can never be played. His bishop is locked out, so technically, if he's not careful, queen d4 could be a move. Let's play. Yeah. So queen d4, activating our queen. Queen to d4.
D4. There you go.
Yeah.
Attacking this hanging bishop.
Yeah. And so he's got to be careful here. He's probably going to play queen bishop h6.
That's what I was thinking too.
which makes sense. But you know, you have an easy plan here. You want to. What's a backward pawn in the position for black?
You mean after he plays bishop h6?
Backwards pawn.
Would it be the b pawn?
Technically, what else?
I'm not the d pawn.
D pawn. So you know you have an easy plan here. You want to eventually.
I have to attack the d pawn with one of my pawns, right?
Yeah. So.
Oh,
you know,
oh wait, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you start bringing your pieces to attack that d pawn. Wait, what? He hangs the bishop.
Yeah, I guess it did. Can't be pretty and smart.
Yeah.
I'm assuming d-mish is pretty.
And then take bc3. Yeah, this is cleanly winning.
I like that.
That's a
I
good
like
move.
that. Well,
Lots of ideas here.
I got a lot of ideas. Let's see what he does.
See what he wants to play.
Yeah. I'll try to do like a 2-hour stream and then we'll call it. I like this action.
Yes.
This is like a what changed situation, right?
Yeah.
So the queen was no longer. Not that I would have done anything.
Yeah. You are up a piece. Everything is potentially winning.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah.
Everything is cool when you're 3 points ahead.
Okay, what? Bishop takes? Yep.
Not quite sure where to go from here,
And
but
then queen h4? I don't understand the opponent's play here. I think this is
now
just...
I can discover Chekaruski.
That's a move.
This will be a checkmate ski in a second.
Yeah, this is definitely bad. Okay, mate in 2.
Pull? Yeah, because he can't take because he's got to deal with a check.
Yep. Checkmate.
Da-da-da!
How many moves was that?
Oh,
And let me...
Now do your analysis.
Analysis.
It's a plural of analysis is maybe.
A lot of people seem to play knight c6 at this level.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
I guess, yeah.
So here, bishop d3.
Will you check the report real quick so I can see what my accuracy was and all that kind of stuff? Grody. Okay. At least no blunders.
Okay, yeah. So bishop d3 is best. I was kind of concerned about this move. I don't know why. It's just like whenever your opponent can play this and potentially hit the bishop, nice. You just go back, and then now his knight's misplaced. Okay, bishop d3. What was the move here? Knight c3. Or bishop h4 even? Or c4? Okay. e5. This is weird. I should have played c4. Bishop c2. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, look at that. That's cool. Still. Okay.
We've been streaming for an hour and 50.
Okay.
It's 1:30. How about one more game? And then we'll call it a stream?
Sure.
Thank you for helping me out, Dean. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem. Damn, I really wanted it to. Let me get to the point. So c3 is wrong. c4 would have been better because he has e5. Okay. Tactic.
Here?
Yes.
I think it involves taking their queen? Wait. Huh. Interesting. So my first thing that jumped out to me is using the bishop to check, but it doesn't quite free the queen to attack because the horse is there.
Okay.
Is it moved?
It's also one of. It's also the only check in the position. What? Okay, so
This
what
is
would
the only.
black, what would black play after bishop takes h7?
Probably king takes.
Can you check him?
Like, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
And I can take him, but it's.
Yeah.
That's it.
You win a pawn.
How?
So watch out.
Oh, you win the pawn on h7. I see.
Yeah. So.
Okay, I see the tactic. Usually in tactics, I look for more than a pawn because in the puzzles, it's never 1 point. It's either 3 points or more.
But in a game, a pawn is a pawn.
Yes, and if it is for free,
it's for me.
I understand
Right.
now.
So
I gotta start looking for those.
Yeah, engine wants bishop takes h7 most of the time, and then this is whoa, holy shit! What is this shenanigan? Oh, but I have this at the end. Okay, clever. All right, still good. Have a solid advantage. I played e5 here. Well, we played e5. It's okay. Queen d4 is also okay.
Blunder, blunder.
Yeah, and then he.
What's in my blunder ball?
Yeah. And now here, and it's. I'm surprised it's not mate. No, it is mate. Here's mate. All right.
Very sharp.
Pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Are you gonna play another one?
I think Uno Mas.
All right. Yeah, we've got 9 more minutes until
A 2-hour stream.
2 hours.
2 hours is a good length for a stream, right?
It is quite.
All right.
Quite.
I'm not gonna Karo Khan if he goes e4.
It's also 1 a.m.
I'm gonna Scandi. I know 1:30
Scandi?
actually.
Okay, I don't know enough on the Scandi, but
At this level, it doesn't matter.
it don't matter.
Yeah, it's 1:33. All right.
If he plays knight c3, he's an idiot. If he plays knight f3,
He's pretty high ranked actually. So this is a win 10, lose 6 situation.
okay, bishop g4. Very yeah.
That
These
guy?
are pinning the.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Bishop to g4.
So that's probably what we're gonna get, or that.
So now you're still threatening the pawn.
Interesting.
Oh, that's a move. c4. Wait. Let me calculate. Take. This is weird. What should we say? Yeah, take. Oh, yeah, I know. Okay, queen a5.
That's what I was thinking.
No, queen h5. Queen h5.
h5.
Yeah, queen h5.
I was thinking queen a4. 5 was what I was thinking. Because I like to check.
Then bishop d2.
Can't blame me.
Bishop d2 attacks your queen. You start losing time.
Okay, well, this is why I'm 900 and you're class A.
Yeah. So now bishop e2 has to be played.
Solomon King Bond. Interesting name. Wait, hold on. Bomb. Okay, that's not gonna work yet. If I can attack with one more, actually, oh no. How about long castle? D-file's basically open.
Hold on.
God, I like long castling here. I like it so much.
All right, I'll castle.
Yeah.
Constantly creating threats around the d4 pawn. I like it. Now, though, yeah, no, this is kind of...
Actually, if he takes, he can't...
Yeah, he loses that. So you have to play... No, don't play that, but play e6.
Alright, that's fine.
E6.
So freeze up the F bishop?
Yeah. Yep. I like bishop to b4.
Yep.
Perfect.
It's like a mirror.
It's like every move this game has been...
Good for me.
Initiative.
Whether it's my turn or
no,
his turn.
Just initiative, like threat after threat after threat. So
Okay.
if you want to take on d5 here, yep. Now that e file is open and he hasn't castled yet, I mean, this could be bad for him if he's not careful.
I remember you talking earlier tonight about the e-file being open before he castles and how groovy it is.
And if he takes back with the pawn, I think... Hold on. My first instinct was to take on c3 and try to win the pawn that way. But it's well. here. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Bishop takes c3. Bishop takes c3. I was just worried that if he takes on g7, that's an issue. But once rook takes d5, that comes with tempo on the queen, so he doesn't have time to take on g7. Queen moves, and then I think you can play f6 or knight f6. Knight f6 developing a piece, and you're well, okay. Takes on so rook takes d5.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was hanging though. At least I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah, this could get bad in a hurry.
Nimshowitz defense, Scandinavian exchange variation, knight f3. That's a mouthful.
So tactical motifs in this position. Oh, wait, what? Wait, hold up. That doesn't check out. That does not check out.
I like rook e5.
I like that a lot.
Let's do it. Because if you can I see all sorts of good stuff.
Yeah. I'll not be surprised if it just goes back to b3. Okay, it goes here. So here's the thing. You want to develop your pieces. How do you do that? Knight. Yeah. Yep.
So I guess his last move didn't actually attack anything. What is he doing?
Okay, you still can't. It's not winning quite yet for you, but I think let's play rook d8 here.
Rook d8.
Yeah. He can't take your rook yet because his bishop is hanging. And you want to kind of force him to make a decision here. Does he want to play queen e2, which does not look very pleasing? That is a nuh-uh. Ooh, okay. Okay. Take on f3. Bada bing, bada boom.
I see this, said the blind man. He's gonna do that, I think, and then I'm gonna fall with the queen, right?
That would look right.
It looks right to me. Let's see what he does. Whew. Yep. All right.
Yep. This looks very dangerous for him. Now, yeah, unfortunately, that does not work at the moment. But I think that, there could potentially be knight g4. Knight g4 threatens queen h3, threatens the bishop, threatens rook g5. Yeah, this is game over. Game over.
It's gonna take him a second to realize that, he's only 956.
Yeah. Imagine being 956.
I mean, that would be it.
Oh, what the?
Interesting. Right?
Yeah, he hangs it. Actually, no, it's not a hanging rook. But it's so. Wait, no. Knight, nope. Stop. Let's play knight to g4. Yep.
I see. Well, it's not really threatening checkmate just yet, is it? But just threatening that.
I was thinking oh yeah. No, you have a threat here, and let's see if he finds it. Let's see if he finds it. So it's here. Okay, hold on. You have a tactic. No.
A tactic.
What's the tactic? That's not knight takes e3. And please try to walk through the bridge.
Looking for a tactic. I'm not. Is it? What is it? Wait. Because if he takes, that's mate.
Yeah.
I see it now. I'm getting tired, so it's hard to see this stuff, but I sees it now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Check.
I thought that was mate, but it'll be mate in a second.
It's mate. Check. Easy clap. All right.
Yeah.
Now,
Just look real quick at my report.
I think knight takes e3 was also working. Because knight takes e3. If he takes, then there's rook to g5. I think.
Well, this puts us at a 2-hour stream.
Okay,
Nice 85.9 accuracy.
I know this.
We're done. Thanks, Dean, for coming over.
So
thank you, people, for tuning in. I'm gonna put this on my YouTube, parkplayschess.youtube.com or whatever. It'll be my first YouTube video.
Okay.
Because I want to save these because I didn't know Twitch deleted them until recently.
That makes sense. The good news is this variation has been played by masters before, which is cool. Ship e2. All right, we're essentially in theory still. Okay, taking is best. Interesting. So take the knight. Well, why would that be good? He says knight takes. Okay, fair enough. This is winning for you, actually. Crazy.
Well, I'm gonna put the cheer noise on.
Okay.
I hope those come across on the screen. I don't know.
Yes.
If anything, I'd like to pick them up with my speakers. So maybe.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So now you're -8 in this position. Wow. Which is pretty good. On second thought, I think that taking the rook was not so good, but maybe, yeah. Wait, couldn't you? I don't understand that. But okay. Also, that is a move. Fair enough. So this was knight e3 is also wrecking, but let's go here. Analyze. Okay. Show lines. Okay, yeah, knight takes c3 is clearly winning, actually. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, but rook takes c3 is also a good move. And that's just me. Yeah, I think I like that game.
That was a good one.
All right.
I'm gonna call a stream. Bye, cats and kittens. Thank you for tuning in.
See y'all.
Saw you.
If anybody's been watching.